Hello, I hope you had a chance to try drawing the dolphin in pencil and that it came out well. I'm going to show you how to do a chalk one now. I'm going to be using these chalks in Scribe Pastels. I love these chalks and they blend together really well. You can get them in different sizes so they're not too expensive. So let's have a go at that today. I'm doing this drawing on sugar paper. Sugar paper is a little bit rough and I've gone for a colour that's not quite white. This is like a light grey colour. If you try and use chalks on smooth paper, it doesn't work very well and you won't be able to blend them. So I'm starting off with 3 chalks. I've got a dark grey, a light grey and a white. So I've already drawn the dolphin shape. If you're not sure how to do that, you can look at the pencil drawing one. That shows you how to draw the shape. So I'm going to start with the dark grey. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to outline the shape. That's just to help me stay inside the line. So I'm just going to draw around the shape down to the tail. And I'm just going to do the top part of the fin. So if you're drawing with chalk, it's good to use the tip. If you're shading, then you can use the side. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start doing some shading. So I'm just going to use the side of the chalk. It puts it on more evenly. And I'm just doing the shading along the top part of the dolphin. So we're just shading this top bit here. And I'm also going to do a little bit of shading on the front edges of the fin. And a little bit on the tail. So remember, if you outline, it just helps you to keep your chalk inside the shape. Chalk can be quite messy, so it's good to try and contain it if you can. I'm just going to do a little bit of shading on the nose. So this is the darker grey. And then next I'm going to swap to the lighter grey. You can see this is quite a lot lighter. And again, I'm just going to put some chalk on the dolphin. So this is kind of going in the middle. So we've got the dark shapes on the outside and the lighter shade next. And then the next thing we're going to do, which is my favourite bit of all, we're going to start blending. So as we blend these colours together, you can see how it starts to gradually change from one colour to the other. Don't worry if you go outside the line a little bit, because you can clean that later with a rubber. So what we're doing at the moment, we're just getting the tones on so that we can create the shape. And then once you've done that, you can look at it and decide, you might decide some parts you maybe want to make a little bit lighter. And you can also look and see if there are any parts that you want to make darker. I'm just adding a little bit of light here. Right, I'm going to blend that colour in again. Can you see here that gives that lovely smooth surface for the dolphin's skin? The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put some white on. So there's white on the underneath of the mouth and white on the tummy. And again, we're going, we'll just add a little extra bit there actually. And then we're going to blend it all together. This is what's so nice about these chalks. They blend together really well and you can get a nice effect quite easily. So I'm just going to start adding a few more bits of white here and there, just to highlight some bits that I want to stand out a little bit more. This is all helping to create the shape. As I was saying before, if you get little bits that have gone outside the line, you can just get the edge of a rubber and clean those up a bit. It just helps to get a nice sharp edge around the outside. I'm just doing a little bit of cleaning. Right, the next thing that I'm going to do is add some white highlights onto the body. We did this with the pencil drawing, and this just helps give the effect of the shiny skin, because obviously a dolphin has quite smooth, shiny skin. And then the next thing we're going to do is draw in the eye and the mouth. I've got a thin black for this, and so for the eye that's easy. I'm just going to do a little dot. For the mouth, we need to be quite careful drawing with black chalk, so I'm just going to do it as lightly as I can so that I don't end up with a really thick line that's going to spoil the picture. You might notice I keep blowing onto the dolphin. That just gets rid of the chalk dust. And then lastly, I have some blues. I have a light blue, a mid blue and a dark blue. And I'm going to do that to do the water, and in exactly the same way that we did with the pencil, but the nice thing this time we've got some colour. Just quick flicky marks, and the same over here. And then I can also add in a little bit of darker blue. So this is where the water's splashing up. Get that nice effect. And I need to find a clean finger now. I'm just going to spread this blue. Can you see how I'm using my finger to kind of add to those curvy marks? And then last of all, again, if you want to do the splashy bits, I could just do a few splashes where all the water's frothing and foaming. And then just last little bit, I'm just going to rub off any bits that I don't want where the chalk's maybe smudged. And there we have our chalk dolphin.